I think the Arambol music scene is a very rare miracle because we have musicians from all over the world coming here, meeting each other, and it's like, and then they form bands quickly. Like some guys, I see them in the afternoon, they say, hey, you come, you play guitar, yeah, let's go. Next evening they are on stage jamming away. A week later they have like formed the whole thing and the flyer and the poster.
Listening to the happiness, rocking the star, don't you need it?
I'm Finn, or Dr. Asparagus, and I've been beatboxing for many years. I do a variety of different sort of things, hip-hop, reggae, dub. It's just awesome to have a place which is like so dedicated to music almost. I know it's not everyone. I know there's like the musician scene, and then there's also like lots of other people that are here. But I feel like going out and watching music, for playing music, it's just awesome.
Greenwich Village, you had all these artists in the 50s and 60s, poets, writers, musicians coming together. It was a special time in history. In many ways, I think Arambol is a continuation of that. I could be dreaming.
Sometimes we have concerts where I say, wow, the energy is higher than it must have been in Woodstock. People freak out, musicians give their best, everybody is in the flow.
There's just so many different styles, so many different musicians from all over the world. People are always just up for jamming, you know, like you can go anywhere. You could probably be jamming like every day, the whole day, I don't know how many hours a day, maybe 24 hours. No, I guess people usually sleep for a bit, but you know.
The rocket, the what? Got the rocket, oh, I got the rocket, yeah, got the rocket, ow, cheese. I got it.
I think it's really exciting. It's really, it's not like a thing I've ever seen before. The way that you have all these musicians coming together from different corners of the world. Very talented musicians all coming together and then playing together. And the fact that you can kind of survive by just playing shows, which is very rare at home. And yeah, there are some exceptionally talented musicians here. I think it's a really, really special place. I'll definitely be back next year.
Israel, and I live right now in the States, San Francisco. Traveling around Europe for 5 years, South America, never met. This is my first 5 days in India, and I love it. It's paradise. I met so many musicians in the last 24 hours, and in the last 5 days. Like, yeah, this place is really amazing. High concentration. It's like a big festival that doesn't end.
if you wanna cut it together and you need some music underneath, this would be a nice one. And it says, it talks about Arambol a little bit. Hello.
Living here is beautiful. Life can be bliss. Yeah. Living here in Arambol is the one thing I don't wanna miss. No way. Living is so wonderful. Life can be bliss. Living is so beautiful when I'm in awe about everything that is. Come on, let's be in awe.
No, there's so much negativity in modern pop music. Like, I can't get no satisfaction. That is such a consumer, you know. You can't always get what you want. How negative is this, you know? I think it's time to use the power of words, especially if you write it and then you practice it and then you perform it. This is a lot of repetition. It develops a mantric power.
It's contagious, so come on, let's take the piss. And love can be so beautiful. Love can be bliss. Oh yeah, wow, wow, oh.
Until 5,000 years ago, the shamanic rituals were conducted by the women. They were the ones who imitated the heart beating, who played the drums. You can see that in the old cave paintings. And it's been taken away from us because a drum is power. If you have a drum, you can make hundreds of people freak out in joy, like we do on the drumming circle here on the beach. And I have to say that the Indian men are much more used to strong female artists, is my impression.
Everything is true that I create from A to C, so I decide, and that's the clue, you see.
And I see Western guys looking at me like, she could be better than me. And since men live in a very strongly hierarchical, organized social life, and they refer themselves in that peer group, where is my position? And they keep comparing themselves with the others. And if a woman is better than you, you are a total loser in their perception of so I think that should come to an end now after 5,000 years, don't you think so? There is a very special relationship between me and my audience, because I feel incredibly thankful that they came. I mean, they picked me. Of all this cultural abundance here in Arambol, they came to see my show. So I really feel a responsibility not to bore them for 1 second, to give them as much as I can, and never ever to give them the feeling that I'm above them because I know something that you don't. I have achieved blah. It's not at all about this. It is we can all learn from each other. Each one has a gift to give.